CFR Network, CFR News. Good day, good night, all. Welcome back. Special guest with me, continuing the Artful edition. I have the one and only Mario Foccillo, art illustrator, comic book enthusiast, and everything in between. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. How are you?
Buonasera, I'm fine. Everything is good.
Excellent. So I gave you a very little and brief introduction. So please do
Yeah.
elaborate and introduce yourself a little further, sir.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I'm from Italy, and I come from South Italy, and I am a comic book artist. I do covers for DC Comics, and I grow up with comics art. I have a big passion for art, and I made my passion my work. And I'm working with one championship too, the MMA promotion, and I draw for them promotional posters for their world championship, world titles.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
So yes, firstly, I thank you very much for your time, for carving out some time. We had some technical issues prior. And I am very much impressed with your artwork. I've always been a huge admirer, and when I was younger, used to um, dabble in the old artwork, whether that be painting,
Mhm.
watercolors, oils, or
Oh,
sketching. Always had a passion
okay.
for the creative side. So seeing your work come to life
Mhm.
is amazing. So thank you for putting your talent out there and
Uh,
creating some really good works, especially on the one championship side. I haven't seen as much in regards to the comic book side, but it's from what I've seen, absolutely excellent, Mario.
uh, thank you. uh, really, mixing my passion for boxing, for martial arts, with my passion for art was incredible. I'm a boxer too, and mixing these two things was incredible. So, thank you for the kind words.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So let's talk about your journey. I mean, obviously you've touched on your passion for art.
Hmm.
How did that develop? I mean, was that something instantaneously, like you always had a passion for art?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I drove from since I was a little child, and since I learned how to grab a pencil, I can say. And the first passion is
Hmm.
for drawing everything, you know. And growing up, since I really was a little child, I decided to be one of those artists who made comics. I at that age I didn't know nothing about that, and but I never imagined myself doing another job. Never imagined myself doing another job. And growing up reading comic books, superhero comic books, and I grew up watching cartoons like animes like Dragon Ball or
Yeah.
Batman the animated series, which
Hmm.
was a really had a big impact on me and my art. And then started my passion for Batman, for example, which is my favorite character, and I had the pleasure now to draw it. And that was really a life goal,
Oh,
And
wow.
drawing. I was like a self-taught, is right?
Hmm.
Self-taught. someone that okay, and then I meet some Italian artists who live in my city, and so I started growing up artistically talking, and then I started my journey with DC Comics like 30 years later when I was 50. Yeah, I don't want to be too long with this journey, but like I was like 29, and I didn't get a job with the smaller publishers, yeah, nor in Italy, nor in Europe or America. So I gave myself like one last year. I was 29. I was like, okay, I can try to. I have to say that pursue this dream too much. I'm 29. I have to find a job, a real job, something like that. And the place I come from, South Italy, is like no place is farther than from big studios, big companies, big publishers.
Yeah.
No place is farther than this. And but I gave so myself one last year to try to break in comics, and luckily, my art, like I sent my portfolio to DC Comics, and well, everything went good. This last chance was
So Mario,
yes.
what was the turning point from the rejections to the you've got something, you definitely we need to come and speak with you, and you need to join the team? Did you evolve creatively as an artist, or?
Yes, I evolved as an artist, and I simply used the right style too. And an artist is always evolving. It's like someone who's into sport. So when, for example, I just started working with DC Comics in this December, okay, but now we are in September. I'm not the same artist I was in December.
Mm,
An artist needs to work and to draw. The more you draw, the more you evolve artistically. So
yes.
now imagine myself from 1 years ago or 2 years ago. I'm really better now. So my first attempt, I was how we can say that a prospect. Let's
Okay.
say a prospect in
Yes.
sportsman in okay. I was a prospect, but I was not yet. My style was not yet evolved to be a professional. Okay, so I simply keep drawing, and I created a unique style, my personal style, and seems like DC liked that, and
Mm.
here I am. And here I am.
Do you would this is a strange question maybe. Does
Yeah.
your style have a name?
hmm No, style is something. No, obviously it doesn't have a name, but style is like your personality that comes
Indeed.
out. How can I
Yes.
explain that?
Yes.
So it's like you are into combat sports. Each fighter has his own style, but that style of fighting is like their character, is right?
Mm.
Their
Yes.
personality
Hmm.
that comes out in the ring or in the cage.
Yes.
So the same is for an artist who works in comics. I have to say that I can explain how my style is. I love drawing impact images. I love adding details. But this is not to impress fans or my publisher or one championship. One
Hmm.
championship. It is just because I love that image to be in that way.
Yeah.
So, as I said, it is your personality that the more you grow up, is like aging, and the more
Mm,
your technique evolves, and so evolves your personality, and you
yeah.
simply put your personality on paper. We can say
Yes.
that.
No, I understand. I totally understand.
Okay.
And
Okay.
from an artist's standpoint,
Hmm.
I guess you can look at an image and say Mario drew that. I can tell by the style of that
Yeah.
that kind of, his character or the way he's emphasized this part of, the fist maybe or something.
Yes. And um, I love when fans put their self, because when I put out a cover for DC or a promotional image for one, that image is not mine no more.
Yes.
It is for fans, and I sometimes I read some good comments on social media,
Yes.
and they add something more to my art that even myself I didn't know. So that is beautiful, and sometimes you got critics, but to be honest, till now I didn't get one. But
Yeah.
I'm sure they will come. I'm sure they will come because
Yeah. As you say, there is more people,
oh yeah,
enjoying the work versus critiquing it.
yes,
And for the people critiquing it, maybe they're fellow artists, maybe, and
mm,
maybe just a little bit sour or have a different style and just don't appreciate it. But as long as they're not horrible, it's all
mhm.
good. Feedback is feedback. Sometimes you can
Oh
take the
yeah,
feedback and say, actually, you know what? Okay, I can appreciate that. Maybe I could incorporate a little bit more of that, or,
oh yeah.
so that's all good.
Yes, yes. No, I'm not that kind of guy that loses his mind with comments. So, no, no,
Definitely.
I have
And
no problem with that.
with the evolution of technology, I take it now you draw electronically? Is
No, no,
most
no. No, I draw all traditional. Pencil
Whoa.
and paper. Pencil and paper. I need that. I know that a lot of my young artists like me work with digital,
Hmm.
but I'm like one of those old-fashioned artists, So I grew up with I don't come from a background, an artistically background. I didn't do art schools, you know and
Okay.
so basically, since I was a child, I simply draw with what I had in my home, in my room. So simply paper and pens or
Mm.
pencil, markers or pencils, and simply I still draw in that way. That's really simple. I draw with pencil and paper, and my pencil don't need to be inked. For example, I know how to
Ah.
ink, but they don't need to be inked because my pencils are so clean and detailed that colorists can work on them. And to respond to your question, I work all in traditional. I become slow when I use Photoshop because I'm not that good with Photoshop, to be honest. And I need that contact with with
Material.
paper, with the
Mm.
yes, material. And you know what? I always try to put myself in, let me say, in trouble. Let's say this because I don't on when you draw in digital, you simply click. If I do something wrong, a line or
Yeah.
something like that, I
Yeah.
simply can go back
Yeah.
with with the click with a
Hmm.
button.
Mm.
But on paper, I have to erase that, or so I have to sketch a lot, and I love that. I love that. I love
Yeah.
to do mistakes because with a lot of mistakes, I grow up. So
And you learn, and
simply, I love material and all this stuff.
yeah. It's part of the process. I mean,
That's it.
I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm not surprised based upon
Yes.
our conversation. It's the enjoyment and it's taking part and experiencing the full breadth
Mm.
of pen, paper, marker, canvas, and bringing
Mhm.
an idea
Yes.
from your mind and translating that
Mm.
onto a
Mm.
a format which others are then gonna
Yes.
potentially appreciate. That's wonderful. It truly is wonderful. I guess, I mean, are there still many people that do it the old school way?
Yes, simply you have to think about digital as another instrument, sorry, another tool to
Mm,
draw. It is simply a digital paper, we can say that. So, a lot of artists can do both. It's like another tool. Someone uses pencil like me, someone pencil and inks, someone uses digital. So, not colors. If we talk about colors, yes, color is all in digital. It is all
ah,
yes, all images are colored in digital. There should be there is an Italian artist like Simone Bianchi who works in oil painting. He
mhm.
works for Marvel. He does all in oil painting, but they are like the 5% of the artists, So all covers, all the art you see in a comic book or yes, for the one championship, they are all colored in digital.
So I think I've seen some of your images where you show the sketch, I guess, and then you show
Hmm.
the colored version. So you would do
Yes.
the pencil, you would work it out in pencil first, and then utilize the digital format to get the color in.
Yes, I do. The process is I do layouts. When the layout is chosen, I do like 4 or 5 layouts of the image I have to draw. So the editor from DC or the guys, the team, social media team from one championship choose
Mhm.
the layout they like, and then I start the final pencils,
Ah,
the real pencils,
yes.
Okay, and when I've done the pencils and everything is good, I like that. Okay, I simply scan that and give it to my colorist, and then the image is basically done. This is the
Perfect.
process.
Yes, yes. It's it's amazing. As I say, it really is. And trustfully, the um
Mhm.
the listeners, if they're not familiar with yourself, they're going to be looking at your social media and looking at some of the
Mhm.
art, and they will be like, yeah, I can see, I can see a lot of energy. I think that's the best way
Ah.
to describe your works. I can see a lot of energy in there.
Mhm.
Um, and also it's almost like a snapshot of real life of sorts, but it's fantasy.
No, I try to not use real images for reference. I do that. No, I did that when I was studying anatomy. You draw from real life. But
Mm,
when I have to draw superheroes, you have to understand that the superheroes anatomy is obviously real and not that much. They are icons. They
mhm.
are like mythological characters. So they are not real. So I love to not draw them. That would be boring for me.
Yes.
To take a picture and see, a right,
Copy.
let's say, a right anatomy.
Mm,
Okay, yes, but and it would be not challenging for me. I also, as I said, I always try to be. I put myself in trouble. Let's say that. Put myself in a challenge with myself to draw, to find that pose from my mind. To find a pose that is
Yes.
entertainer for me.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, and
No problem.
you know, and the thing that entertains me is an image that has an impact.
Mm.
That was the same thing I was looking when I was when I was a young guy and I was reading comics. An artist, or well, that is for me, but I know that this works for a lot of artists. I buy comics for the art in it,
Yes.
and
Inspiration.
then I read the story. Yes, exactly. So this is a problem because sometimes you lose some good stories because maybe you don't like the artist, but they are written really good. But for me, art comes first,
Mm.
and so I was always looking for those artists who had an impact, who draw a beautiful anatomy. I love drawing anatomy, and I studied a lot. I love the Italian Renaissance, Rinascimento Italiano. Is
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Renaissance.
Renaissance.
Okay, and Renaissance. Okay, Baroque, and so I try to put that all that in my art. And so the fact that you are saying me that you see a lot of energy, that repays a lot. That's what I like. So yes, because this is what I like, and I love when a fan or someone who watches my art, that sees my art, finds that same entertainment, that same energy. So I love that.
That is
It's like a message that arrives to you. I love that.
yes. It's the connection. It's about you
Yeah.
you doing something and then as you say, someone connecting with that idea, with that
Hmm.
thought, with that process. Um,
Yes.
because ultimately
Exactly.
it's not just for your talent and your art isn't just for
Mm-hmm.
yourself to enjoy,
Mm-hmm.
it's for everybody to enjoy.
Yes. Yes. The first one that has to enjoy it, it is me.
Mm.
Then my editor, my publisher, and obviously fans. So I love that. All the art you see. Sometimes you can work the way you want. As I said, you have to be a professional. So sometimes you have I would say that short deadlines. You know, it takes for
Yes.
me like 5 days
Hmm.
to draw an image as I want. But since I am a professional, sometimes my editor can come out like with, okay, we have 1 day to do this cover. Are
Oh.
you in? I was like, okay, okay, okay. And that is a challenge too. So I love that. I can compare the art I do in 1 day with the one I do in 5 days,
Of
obviously. But
course.
it is a challenge for me because okay, for me and for the colorist too. It is a challenge. Okay, I'm good with that. I accept that. So no
And
problem with that. And
yeah,
mm,
being a
that's it.
creative. No, no problem. Being a creative, you, I would
Mm,
imagine, are very much a perfectionist of sorts. So not having the full
mm.
time to really get the
Ah,
detail,
yeah,
yeah, and to flesh out into a
yeah.
full bodied like that, yeah, it's complete now. That is, I guess, a challenging element of it as well.
Uh, you know, um, I always say that I have to pay someone that grabs my art and takes it away because I would never finish it. you know, so I love adding details. I love putting details, adding stuff, so, and you know, mm, it's like um, a fighter that wants to go into the ring, step in the ring to the the, the perfect. How you say that? Sorry. Uh, you can choose your opponent, and the
Okay.
same is for me with my
Yes.
art. I can choose the deadlines. I can choose, but I have to say that like 80 on 10 times, I have all the time.
Mm,
So my DC editor is really a great dude, and same is for the one championship guys. They give me a lot of time because they know that my style requires time. So
yes.
but
Yes.
sometimes things happen. So
Totally. Totally.
we are
Um,
professional.
yes, this is it. This is it, sir. This is it. And
Yeah.
how have the family supported you throughout your struggling, should we say, career?
Yeah. I was not that good in school, and all I did in school was was drawing. School for me was I didn't do, as they said, an art school. My school was like classic. I don't know how to say that in English because we studied Italian, Latin, Greek, ancient Latin, ancient Greek, stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yes.
And okay, and during hours of school, I was like drawing every day, full time. You know, it was a good gym, drawing gym for me. And but that said, I was not that good in school. So my parents, yeah,
Yes.
they were like, uh, okay, we see that you put. If I had to stay at a table to draw like 8 hours a day, I did that. But if I had to stay 8 hours sitting to study, I was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So they saw that. They saw my passion, and it is difficult for a parent because they are not into this business. My parents are not artists. They know nothing about comic books. They know nothing about publishers and stuff like that. And it's like if one day I have a daughter and she says me she wants to do ballet. I know nothing about ballet. Is ballet correct? Dancing, okay?
Ballet.
Uh, Ballet,
Yes.
dancing, okay, okay. And so they supported me, but they were always worried, obviously, for my future.
Hmm.
But they always supported me. They came with me to my first cons here in Italy, Comic Con festivals. Uh, you
Excellent.
know the you know that's it. I parents are always worried for you, and I can understand that. As I
Yeah.
said, uh,
It's
they
it
are happy now, so.
yeah, well, you've you've caught your dream. You were chasing dreams or a
Hmm.
dream, and now you have
Hmm.
caught the dream. So that
Hmm.
is, it's wonderful to hear.
Hmm.
It didn't, for some people, it can happen. Success and obtaining your dream can be a very quick process. For some, it can be very long.
Hmm.
And you and many others are proof that, if you have a talent, you have a gift, and if you stick
Yeah.
at it, you can get
Hmm.
to the places that you want to get to.
Yes, I think that nothing should stop you. Could stop you, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes you have to. This comes from sacrifices too. You know, I have to say no to a lot of stuff. To friends calling you to hang out, to disco. A lot of it's same for someone that wants to be an Olympic athlete.
Yes.
You have to dedicate to something. you need to have a priority in your life. And to be honest, when someone is when something is your passion, you don't feel that it like a sacrifice, you know.
Mm,
So I was good to not go out and stay at home drawing all the day. No problem. All these August, for example, I had work to do, but the same was the last year when I had no work. So it depends from you. And as I said, I come from a place, South Italy, that is like it is the last one in all the Europe's statistics for school for unemployment, and there is no place further in Europe from, as I said, big publishers,
mm.
Hollywood, Los Angeles, these things, a big promotion like one championship. I'm not telling you I come from like a third world place, but South Italy is not like, for example, the north of Italy, which is
Indeed.
industrialized and rich,
Yes. Hmm.
and so in my city I have no there is no art, things like that. And so as I said, it's if there is a young artist listening to this, you have to keep believe in your dream, but dream with your legs on earth, as I said. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So always have a B plan,
Hmm.
for your future, because I see a lot of people with talent but didn't make it, and I don't want to come here with this with a story that if you have talent you will come out,
Yeah.
you know. So we have to be real too. So always keep pursuing your dreams, but always have a big plan.
Mm.
Let's be real with it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You have to be grounded. You have to be
Yeah.
dogmatic within your
Hmm.
approach and your belief that you are going to get to that place. But as you say, you do have to
So
be.
go to school. Don't do like me.
Yes.
Go to school, college. I don't know.
Get
Uh, don't do
get
like me.
get a trade, become a plumber, get plumbing skills or carpentry skills as well as trying to ascertain your goal, because sometimes you do need to, it's not going to work. Sometimes the goals that you set for yourself are just way too unattainable, and not having something, in your back pocket can leave you
Mm-mm.
a little unstuck, could we say?
Mm. Yes. So go to school.
Yes, go to school, folks. Get some form of education and a skill. Most importantly, get a skill.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we do put a lot of onus on education, but not
Mm.
skills,
Yeah.
because there
Yes.
are
And
many.
we have 24 hours every day.
Yeah,
So you have to be, the time. Choose the time to dedicate to something. Some hours to study, to education, sometimes to sport, sometimes to art. I don't know which is your hobby. We can do that. You can do that if you want.
agreed, agreed.
Uh,
So as we wind this conversation down, Mario,
mm,
um, two questions for you. Have you had
mm.
fun tonight?
Tonight.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. A lot. Really a lot.
Excellent.
Mm.
Excellent.
I can
Um,
do this all night if you want. We can do
agreed. Agreed.
3 hours long conversation.
If we didn't have UFC on mute in the background, then I think we could.
Yeah, we can do a live
Yeah,
for the UFC. Yes.
a fight companion.
Yes, yes, yes.
Definitely, definitely. So, what
Hmm.
you have landed upon your dream. You are living out your dream. What next plans or what other goals have you now set for yourself, Mario?
for me, I've done nothing. For me, this is just the beginning. And for the future, I would like to go to some of Italian comic schools, and help other maybe
Mm,
in my place, maybe here in South Italy. I think that when you are good in something, you can help others, young
yes.
yeah, young people to come out like you did. So as I said, for now I did not that much. I'm at the beginning, but if I can help someone, even to just improve their art, that would be great for me. So doing that, and I would like to keep working with DC. Uh, DC and One, they're giving me a lot of chance, big projects. I want to continue on that. Yeah. Maybe be to do more Batman covers. Maybe I
Yes.
now more on Superman. I just did one for Batman, but we'll see.
Okay. Okay. And for the listeners who are thinking, wow, could I get myself a personal commission from Mario? Do you provide commissioned work as well, or are you
Um, yes. Let's say that I start I will do a big announcement in next weeks, because
X?
now all my art, original art, and commission will be an exclusive to an art
Mm.
dealer, and so I will I will write everything on myself, just if someone wants to buy my original art, or commissions, or signatures over comics. So just stay tuned.
Okay, excellent,
Okay.
excellente,
Okay.
excellente. Please throw out all of your
Mm.
social medias, and I will make
Mm.
sure I put the link below in the description, sir.
Okay. Basically, I'm everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so ArtStation. So I'll give you all my links.
Excellent,
Mario Foccillo
excellent.
Art, basically.
Perfecto,
Just my name.
perfecto, perfect. Nice and easy.
Perfetto.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, listeners, make sure you go over to the links below, be amazed at the artworks. Some of you guys will look and think, oh, this is the person behind that artwork. Um, yeah, you will be entertained. You'll be pleased with the
Mm.
wonderful work that this guy is doing. So show the support, put the comments, share the stuff out,
I
and
hope
be
so.
I guarantee, sir. Um, be on the lookout and make sure you follow the pages as well, especially on Instagram. You'll see a lot of artwork on there. Um, and look out
Mm.
for the announcement. Look out for the announcement. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell a friend to tell another friend to jump on the train.